Hey everybody, it's me, Valentine, unplugged. I learned something last winter and I'm still doing it, so I figured I'd show it to you. Maybe we could do it together via Zoom or in real life someday. It's called needle felting. And so you take these sharp needles, very sharp, ouch, and they have little burrs on the end, and you stab them into raw wool, which is called roving wool. I'm going to make something very quick for you now so you can see what we can make for the fall that's coming up. This brush, it's like a giant old lady's hairbrush. Remember those? It's back in style. You use those for your surface. So you roll up the wool, just like I'm doing. I'm going to make a small pumpkin. And then you rip off what you don't need. And this is what I need just to make a tiny pumpkin. So what I'm going to do is take the needle, this one, and start stabbing it right into the wool. You always have to be careful not to stab yourself, which inevitably will happen. And you'll feel pain, and it's over quick. So don't worry. So here we go. By stabbing it, you're almost like teasing hair is what it's like. You're creating a felted surface out of raw wool. So it's a great actual hobby to do when you're stuck inside in the winter or the COVID season. And you can create great little gifts and fun things for around your house or to give people. So here it's becoming harder and harder. It's getting a felted surface. So you can see where the raw stuff is disappearing into the inside of its own self. And it's becoming felted. So I'll do this and keep turning it so it stays round like a pumpkin. There's a million ways you can dress it up. Of course, add a stem. You can even add, with another color like gold, some separating lines for the segments of a pumpkin. You can put a little face on there if you like. So here is a very simple beginner pumpkin, okay? It's basically an orange ball at this point. So now I'm gonna add a stem. Let's see what I have. I have different color felts. The wool comes in all different colors. So I have some green here. I'm gonna rip off a piece. I'm gonna roll it up. See if you can see that. Roll it up and then stab the little end of it so it comes to a point. And you always have to use some sort of a surface. It could even just be a bed pillow, something that the needles will stab into but not break. So this brush surface I like to use, and then there's also foam. You can do it on foam, which you can listen to it and hear it more. So I'm stabbing into the end to create the point of the stem. In the bottom, I'm gonna leave a little bit raw because we're gonna attach that to the ball pumpkin thing that I just made. So remember, this is a really quick version because I just want you to see how it's done. And if you're interested, through the Calendar House, you can do a sign up and we will have fun together. Okay, so now I'm attaching it onto the top of the pumpkin. You can see, you can do different variations like I said. You can make a little leaves. You can make, the curly whirly vine things. So I'm using the needle to press the green into the orange, and it actually becomes part of the orange. It becomes one. So there's my little stem. This is just the cutest little pumpkin I've ever seen. So now I might add, like I was saying, make it a little crooked so it's more natural. So I just kind of shape it as I like it. Now I'm gonna take some of this gold color. I'm gonna use more of a goldy gold. And I'm just ripping off a section and I'm gonna twist it to make almost like a thread out of it. So the threads I'll use to make the segments of a pumpkin. So I'm gonna start stabbing it into place up top and just stab it along, ouch, I did my finger of course, right to the bottom. And you are the human, remember, so you always can create the shape of your pumpkin exactly as you like. It doesn't have to be perfectly round because pumpkins are not always perfectly round. So there is one segment line. Now I'm going to do another one. And it looks a little bit wider when you first tack it on, but it gets thinner as you're needling it to the surface. It's becoming more of like a thread. All right, so there's 2 segments. I'm just cutting off the extra on the bottom. So can you see the little segments? The light is not so great here. There's 2. I'm gonna do a third. Okay. So if you're interested, make sure you let Harry know, or Bobby, and we will schedule maybe like a half an hour together. You can start creating projects and learning on your own. You can do your own. Check this little pumpkin out. It's coming along. Let me know if you're interested. We can do it together. Happy almost fall.